In 2005, Rob Brendan and I first discovered Isle Royale. Being younger, we tackled the challenging Monong Trail. It was long, cold, and wet. 20 years later, we wanted to return, but have a less stressful experience. The Monong Trail is Isle Royale's most challenging trail, and we felt it. 20 years later, we elected to take on the Greenstone Trail, which starts in Rock Harbor on the east end of the island and finishes in Windigo on the western tip. Taking this trip 20 years later, we were more knowledgeable and better prepared. As a result, we were much more judicious with our gear selections. While wearing our gear for the seaplane, our packs ranged from 31 to 35 pounds for the 6-day trip. Friday morning was overcast, delaying our departure flight by 2 hours. After an hour, we were finally able to board the plane. Finally, the island comes into view. After getting in and getting our things, we checked in with and registered with the Park Service, and then we were off.
Which way do I go?
After 3 or 4 hours hiking along the south coast of Isle Royale, we finally reached our shelter at Daisy Farm campsite.
Water's on.
Water's on. How much water do you need?
After
Cup
little
and a half?
sleep on the drive up, the plane flight, and then a hike, we were very tired. We wanted to eat and soon after sleep.
Oh man, that's like a serious.
I said when I have to be scheduling meetings.
Yes, we found a couple rattlesnakes. Like, it was cold.
Day 2 involved hiking north to the Mount Ojibwe Tower, then going west to Chicken Bone Lake, camping at West Chicken Bone Lake campsite.
Yeah, I'm hanging the camera over, taking the picture. Like,
That one moves a little bit.
that's it. That's as close as I'm getting. Yeah, can you hit him with this stick so that
I lose a lot of friends going to these places.
when I came back from the from our adventure in the Shawnee, you know, freezing 2 nights in a row,
Yeah.
I actually like work was like easy for several days. It was and then after that I noticed it because I read that book.
Yeah.
I was like, holy cow. So going outside does have a positive impact. I'm like, maybe I need to do this like weekly because
Once we reached the Greenstone Ridge, the highest elevations in the island, we were treated to some outstanding views throughout the rest of the hike.
I mean, that would be grinder or yeah. We're talking like 5,000, maybe Like the values, yeah. Like the cost, yeah.
keeping the water out.
Yeah.
But when they're used as a pillow, they don't do a very good job of keeping the air in.
Yeah. They start out. We're over here now. Still sore. Where are we? Ah, we're over here. Back over here. There we go. Yeah, there's a trail there. Indian Portage Trail goes right by the lake.
It looks like it connects over here too.
Yes, it connects here too. The trail we're on actually goes around to there. We can walk all the way there and try to go swimming.
Good.
That's a long haul.
Yeah.
In case something.
That video from the wrong angle.
I know.
I wonder what the heck? What is Brendan doing in the water? They're making one of those treadmill running videos.
Day 3 was a relatively easy day. We traveled along the Greenstone Ridge from Chicken Bone Lake to Hatchet Lake, crossing Mount Siskiyou, the island's high point.
A trail like this is definitely rideable. You okay? Yeah.
Little breeze up here, which is nice.
Yeah.
Mount Siskiyou, it looks like I can't read it. 1.3 maybe.
He's like, I'm a midget. I'm small, and you can say whatever you want to. Because so then he goes into right before that he went into the back with his wife. He got like his wife is like a multi-black belt. Jiu-jitsu champion kind of thing. And he's like, he goes, say whatever you want to. You want to mess with me? I live, I sleep right next to a deadly weapon. But he was absolutely hilarious. He actually, he was talking about,
forecast had, you know, like you saw, rain the last 3 days. That was going to be a mess.
Yeah.
And then it changed.
Yeah. Now it looks like it's going to be.
I think rain we can get picked up. Hopefully that doesn't throw off the timing.
Yeah.
Chicken Bone Lake had some algae on the surface, which was a little prohibitive to taking a dip, so I was very glad to see a nice clear Hatchet Lake to cool off.
Oh, sweet! I charged the battery up last night.
Nice.
Sweet.
And so it's just a cell, so it doesn't charge.
Day 4 was traveling the Greenstone Ridge from Hatchet Lake to Lake Desor, passing through a tower at a spimming point. The trail was slightly downward during the day, so it was an easier day overall. It was the hottest day, so we really enjoyed the sandy beach and cool water that awaited us at Lake Desor. At Lake Desor, we encountered a major incident. A hiker broke his ankle in multiple places along the Monong Trail across the other side of Lake Desor. A Coast Guard helicopter was dispatched from Houghton, Michigan. A diver was dropped, and a cabled gurney brought him up to the helicopter.
Yeah, people underestimate this place.
Eventually, our party at the beach was over, and then we settled into camp to have dinner and just have a very nice, relaxing evening.
A lot of material there. There is. One person,
Day 5, we originally intended to go to Island Mine, and Day 6 to Windigo and fly out. However, we felt pushing on to Windigo would have less mosquitoes than the interior campsite, more water, and might allow us to catch an earlier flight out.
One of these shook a little bit with planks.
Even their like they're kind of cool. You know, the dragon drop. It's really.
You know, that's an excellent point. I never really thought about that.
Well, all it takes is a producer like Andy to hone your message.
Yeah.
And then suddenly gluten is like a thing of importance.
All right, this is it, Shelter 11.
So day 6, we plan on a nice easy breakfast. We had a flight at 3 p.m., but we thought we'd go to the dock at 11:30 and see if we could catch the noon flight. As it turned out, they had only one passenger on the noon flight, and he was looking for us to go early.
Oh, same plane. Yep, same plane, same pilot. So now we know we're getting a good ride.